Good morning, good Friday morning, and Gung Hee Fat Choi. I'm sure I mangled that pronunciation, but uh, and I'm not sure exactly when the moon does its exact thing, but this is more or less Chinese New Year. So, and uh, the DuQuettes had an oracle called Gung Hee Fat Choi that used playing cards. Uh, and we used it for years, even before Jean Paul was born. And it's around the house here somewhere, but it's more or less a fortune telling kind of playing card game. It's not really a Chinese New Year type thing. But I shared a post of a beautiful, beautiful carved wooden dragon, because this is the year of the wooden dragon. And I posted it on the my Facebook page yesterday, and it was so beautiful, and it reminded me of my I Ching sticks. Okay, and it was just exactly that color. Okay, just uh, and I thought, well, for today's uh, visit with you. I don't know what to call these. They're not classes, they're not shows, whatever this visit is. I thought I would do a year of the Wooden Dragon Oracle, not only for myself, a message for myself, but to share with you. And so I threw my I've got 6 sticks like that, and they're broken on one side with a sort of mother of pearl or something there, abalone, and unbroken on the other end. Now you'll notice that little black mark there that you can see from both sides. That means this stick is, I'll read it as a moving line. Okay, so it'll be turning into its opposite for the third part of the reading. And so here's what I got and what I'm going to share with you. And the text I'm using is Benny Bill Wen's insanely good I Ching Oracle, Practical Guide to the Book of Changes. This book is awesome. It's new, uh, and yet it's very old. And it's I'm having an awesome time with it. Anyway, so the first hexagram, this one right up here, okay, is made up of 2 doubled trigrams, both of it which are Li or Li, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is fire. So it's fire over fire, okay? And that means the whole hexagram is even called Li. And it is the title of the hexagram in Benny Bell's translation is the spark. And in Wilhelm Baines, it's called the arousing, the thunder, or shock even, because it's fire of fire, very explosive. In tarot, it would be the equivalent of the knight or king of wands, fire of fire. So you see that little X there that I've got there? That's my moving line. That's the line on my sticks there that had that little black mark in it. So that line is going to move. The first part of the oracle, which might actually be a lesson for me, is the commentary on that first top hexagram. And then there's a special little commentary just on that fourth line from the bottom there. And you read that too. So that's part 2 of your answer, okay? And then you turn that fourth line from the bottom there by the one with the X, you turn it to its opposite. You turn it to a broken line, And then it creates this. And it turns that fire trigram there into an earth trigram there. And that hexagram is called bi, or however it's pronounced. And that's hexagram number 22, and that's called luminosity, or in Benny Bell's marvelous translation, luminosity. And then you read the basic commentary for that one as the third part of your answer. Does that make sense? So here we go with the Oracle, the 2024 year of the Wooden Dragon Oracle. And we'll start with reading that hexagram right there. Lie. 30. The spark. One who seeks enlightenment and then in turn enlightens others. That's sort of what it is. One who seeks enlightenment and then in turn enlightens others. Your luminosity comes from a fire within. Be the spark that animates the world around you. Nurture your gift of charisma. Hold tight to your community and burn bright. Clinging is the key to cultivating charisma. When you can relate to and empathize with others, you appeal to their affections. Cling to show vulnerability. When you show vulnerability, you in turn attract empathy. The spark induces euphoria to become the prophet. Cultivation of charisma. Now, interpret that as you may, personally or otherwise, but that's sort of like the opening prologue to this oracle. And then here comes something that may be more relative to the world at large in the year of the wooden dragon. One light after another. See, that's fire of fire, light of light. One light after another. Succession of sovereigns. The sun and moon coalescing. The eminent one illuminates far and wide in the four directions, lighting up the four corners of the world. The luminous fire burns twice as bright in twin flames, clarity and virtue. Prayers are answered. Raising heifers to be cows, an auspicious omen. Fire over fire, a yin line. Okay, that's a broken line. And two yang lines, one above and one below. So that's see, two broken lines with one above and one below. Let's see. Fire over fire, yin line. I'll never in my whole life get that without stumbling over it. A yin line clings to two yang lines, one above and one below, a darkness at the center hollow of two pairs of light. What is in darkness clings to light. A flame has no solid form, but rather clings to the object it burns. Okay, that's what's said about the spark. Now, every one of those lines has a separate little message attached to it. But we're only going to look at the line that is moving, the fourth one from the bottom. And here's Benny Bill's marvelous commentary on that. The fourth line, sudden and swift bursting forth unexpectedly. As it burns, as it dies, forsaken and left behind. That's what's in the process of moving now. Here's an interpretation. Unexpected, unavoidable events. Although traditionally this line is often interpreted as prognosticating a natural disaster, the text itself is vague on that front. The structure and tone convey a lament. The vision conjured is that of fires burning villages, villagers dying, villagers abandoning it all and fleeing. However, note that the oracle does not explicitly state that the matter is ominous, nor are there mentions of misfortune. At the fourth line, the lower fire trigram has become consumed entirely by the upper fire, resulting in a formidable blaze at this juncture. The line points to a moment of escalation. It is intense, rapidly expanding power. But this is both a power of destruction and a power of creation. This stage of life is won by trial of fire. Divinity is testing the limits and the heights of your abilities. A trial by fire is a trial of character refinement. When you have passed this stage in your life, you will be purified. And as it burns, as it dies, it is forsaken. For at every turn, the gods and your ancestors are watching over you. No one will let you fail. Wow. Okay. Now, where is what it turns to? It turns to number 22, luminosity. And here we don't deal with moving lines at all. But the top trigram there turns into earth or the mountain. So this is earth of fire. So this would be the princess of discs. Excuse me, the princess of wands. Okay. And here is the oracle. There is a fire at the base of the mountain, luminosity. The sage possesses clarity of insight into myriad matters of law and policy. You possess the grace, poise, elegance, and presence to show yourself favorably to the public. The mountain fire is luminous. You are adored. Undertaking the endeavor can recap small gains. The adornments bring favor. But who is the sage without the adornments? A pilgrimage lies ahead. Small gains made upon the undertaking of a pilgrimage. The fire illuminates a majestic mountain. There is beauty and grace in the form, ending exuding luminous beauty and grace. Gains are small when luminosity comes from wearing adornments. Beauty not in form. Beauty is not in form. Grace cannot be limited to appearances. There is no need to be proud of your adornments. Forecast of a short-term or minor expedition. And of course, there's lots of other things and insights that Benny Bell has given us in this volume of the I Ching. Once again, I know it's heavy, I know it's thick, but it's thick with goodies. And if you are already even a I Ching dilettante, like me, I think you'd love this edition of the book. And if you are really hardcore devotional I Ching oracle consulter, wrap it in white silk and store it above your head, like in your temple closet or something. Anyway, that's it. Interpret the Oracle of the Wooden Dragon any way you want, any way you wilt. If you have your own I Ching that you are partial to and have used over the years, once again, the first hexagram is number 30. The arousing, the shock, the spark, with moving line in the 4th place, which changes it to hexagram number 22, luminosity, the mountain, or the earth of over fire. That one. So we'll see you tomorrow for Saturday morning cartoons, hopefully. It's been very cold here. It froze last night outside. Until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. I hope you like my haircut. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.